Hi, this is a short introductory video for Cut Up Solo, The Nine Unknown. Um, Now, book is unusual because I haven't actually read The Nine Unknown. It was suggested to me by one of my patrons. They wanted a cut up book based upon it, so I've made it for them. And I've tried playing it, and it's quite interesting. It has kind of echoes of sort of Lovecraftian kind of conspiracy in it. Um, but yeah, it's very interesting. I would recommend having a look at the book. But what you get in this particular cut up book is the regular sort of introductory text about what is solo, what is cut ups, and there's at the moment I'm leaning towards this more interpretive style of play where I can construct sort of these short little poems or almost like haiku from just a few snippets, from three snippets, say. But I also give an example here of creating a more literal sort of sentences and paragraphs. Uh, so yeah, then I discuss the two different styles. And I introduced the spreadsheet and about searching the spreadsheet, and I'll show you the spreadsheet now. So the spreadsheet, these two blue tabs are just kind of preamble, really. There's the cover, so you know which one you're using. The little bit about what's on each tab, but the main event is in the snippets. And this will give you 20 snippets at once, and pressing F9 on your keyboard or recalculate will you know, resort the snippets. And what I tend to do is I would copy and paste all 20 into a text editor and maybe have 60 to 80 at once as like a body to work from, and play the entire scene from that sort of block of text. When I see the numbers drop down to sort of below 60, I might put in 20 new snippets. Sometimes you find you've used all the kind of most useful ones because it is truly random. You sometimes get some which just aren't very inspiring. Um, like it was of some, that might mean something to you, but without, or this one down here, SA, comma I. Now that was probably might have been part of an address or part of someone's name or something like that. Um, so eventually you'll end up with this block at the top of your text file of stuff which you simply can't use, and I would just delete that out and then chuck in another 20 or so snippets. So going back to the PDF, oh, there's yes, the other bit you can do is, of course, on the last tab, the 9. What you can do is you can do a find, and here I've searched for find for strike. If I search for all of those, I find that there's 7 entries for strike. So if you were looking for, let's say, if you were in a combat situation and you wanted some descriptive text for the combats, you could look up words which um, were likely to appear in this style of text, this style of book, uh, and jump to phrases and then work with those. So yeah, that's using the find. And there's 21,996 snippets in here. So there's, it's a nice sized body of work, but the snippets tab is the one you're most likely to use. So beyond that, there's a very basic Oracle, 2d6 Oracle for questions, and then we've got the sample of text, a sample of play in here, where you can see I'm using my short 3-line little poems. Now, because I was less confident with this one because I don't actually know the text I was working from particularly well, my expectations were very wide open. So there's quite a lot. The blue is kind of my explanatory text of what I'm thinking and why I'm interpreting things the way I am. The yellow is the snippets. You can see there's a tiny bit of editing involved in there. And I go through a kind of a brief sort of conflict at the start, and then there's a debrief about what I was playing, why I was thinking the way I was. Then you get into the snippets. Now, this starts on page 17 and it's a 40-page PDF, so there's more than half of the book is made up of snippets. Um, I use this on a tablet most of the time and use it with a dice roller. 3d10 gives me the numbers between 1 and 1,000. There's two separate sets, so I've got two sets of 1,000 snippets in here. If I scroll down, there's just so you'll either decide if you're playing from set A or set B. It just saves you uh, from you using any of the same text coming up again and again. And there's a trick where you can hold down the Alt on your keyboard and you can select vertically down columns. So you could take 5 consecutive snippets and then copy and paste that into a text editor. It works on both sides of the thing. They're already randomly sorted, so you don't have to take roll 80 D100 rolls or D1000 rolls to get a mixed up text. They are already randomized within the text. So that's it. That's what you get. Thank you for watching.